Hello everyone, it's Mark Shalero, the owner of MS Classic Cars, and today I'm not coming right back at you with another spectacular vehicle, but I am coming right back at you with a beautiful collection of Rolex watches. Today, I'm presenting you a 2016, 2017, and 2019 unworn Rolex Submariners that have been nicknamed the Hulk. These are the last watches from my private collection, and they are a great opportunity. You've got to check them out. To start off this video here, this is non-rehearsed. I also would like to mention that this Hulk statue is not for sale and not part of this deal. We just thought it would be appropriate to have the Hulk statue, which is a very limited deal with these magnificent Rolex Submariner Hulk watches. I'm going to just back up a few hours ago. I just left Providence Diamond, which is the only authorized Rolex dealer in the state of Rhode Island. They're in Cranston. Met up with the owner, Dan Prisker, and his entire staff. It's a great operation. Love to give them a shout out. The point of me mentioning that to you was 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and so forth. Every time, and I'm sure if you know much about Rolex watches, you know that you walk into a showroom, you see nothing but an empty case. And that's been going on now for a long, long time. So I kind of feel bad for the staff at the Rolex dealers because they really don't have anything to sell. They sell off of their name, reputation, images online, catalogs, and so forth. So a bit surprised today when I visited their brand new showroom that they still are in the same position today as they've been forever. The only difference is now Rolex is actually going to be giving the dealers watches to display. They're not going to be for sale. People have to order them and so forth, but at least people can actually see them. So with that being said, one of the most popular watches of all time that Rolex has ever made, it's considered a sport watch, would be the Submariner. In 2010, Rolex came out with this gorgeous watch, which is the Hulk, is the nickname of it, simply because it's green. It has a green bezel, it's got a green dial, of course the normal stainless steel bracelet, just a super, super sexy watch that has become very, very popular, especially since they canceled it in 2020. So they made it for a total of 11 years. When I heard a few years ago that they were going to be canceling the watch, obviously, I started seeing the supply and demand situation correct itself. These things were flying off of line and so forth with people that were buying them as investments and so forth. So I made the decision, being in the classic car business, again, what I love about it is I love the hunt. I love searching for things. I like negotiating deals. I like that whole process. So I had dedicated a lot of time to coming up with a really cool idea over the course of a few years, and that was going on the hunt for unworn meaning brand spanking new, not at the dealer because the dealer obviously was long sold out of these watches for many years, but on the open market for people that had them, never wore them, bought them strictly as investments. And my goal was to find one from every single year. And I'll tell you, I had a ton of time invested. What I recognized during that time frame that I was searching for these watches was that a lot of the ones that were being advertised for sale were scams. I realized that people didn't actually even have the watch, the unworn one. What they would do when you would call them is they would do a bait and switch and they'd sell you one that had been used and so forth. Some of them didn't have papers, some didn't have warranty cards. It just became kind of an interesting deal, as it is with the classic car business, kind of along the same lines. But I met some really good people, made some great connections, made sure, just like I do with my cars, that I was extremely selective, and I was proud to say that I put together an amazing collection. I did decide to keep the 2010, which to this day is one of only one or two that I've ever seen that's brand spanking new, never worn, with all the paperwork. That's in a safe place. That's kind of my investment for one day down the road. And I also did keep one for myself personally that I can wear from time to time. And then the other ones that were in the collection, I have offered for sale. It's mostly been private and so forth. I've had a few customers and so forth buy them, friends and so forth. But what we have left from my collection is what you see here today on this table next to this awesome Hulk statue. So again, we have the 16, we have the 17, and we have the 19. Again, these watches are brand new. They are unworn. They're in beautiful condition. They have their boxes. They've got their sleeves to the boxes. They've got all their warranty cards. That's another thing. Just like in the classic car business, people make fake paperwork, build sheets, protector plates, and things like this. Just like in the Rolex world, they make fake warranty cards. So again, it was really important to me to have these watches all certified as authentic and unworn, and that's exactly what I did. So you will see in each listing, we have a listing for each watch individually on our website. And again, this is not something that's being done through MS Classic Cars. This is just something I'm doing personally. I'm just using the MS Classic Cars platform to be able to display these, and we are in no rush to sell them. Again, they're hot commodities. They're extremely authentic and very, very hard to find. Again, do your homework on that. But what I have here as an example is I have a letter from Dan, who is the owner, again, of Providence Diamond in Cranston, Rhode Island. And this is an example of, I'm just going to flip to, say, the 2016. This is something that he actually did a letter for me. What it does, it just has his name, the owner of the company. He's an official Rolex jeweler. He's personally viewed and inspected one Rolex green Submariner. He lists the model number with the serial number. He says this watch was inspected under 10 times magnification. This watch is indeed unworn. The factory Rolex green card is also genuine and matches the serial number of the watch. Like I said earlier, in the classic car business, we have a lot of fraudulent activity that takes place with cars that are factory original. They have the same problem in the world of watches. So again, I had it certified by an expert. Again, the same thing goes for the paperwork, so you can bank on the fact that these are real. And if you do any homework and you try to buy one online, maybe you find some dealer in New York City or somewhere in Miami or whatever the case might be, where these people are doing day trading of watches, you got to be very, very careful. There's also a lot of websites that you can go on. Sometimes you have to go overseas and you have to deal with customs and taxes and all this other stuff. But all of that is just a lot of work. It's super risky, and I would definitely tell you, buyer beware. What you have here is you have all of the legwork done for you. All you need to do is essentially pay for it, and I will send it to you securely, and then you'll have it arrive at your doorstep and take it from there. You can wear it. You can keep it as an investment. Either way, it's awesome and something that I'm really, really proud of. So with that being said, please visit our website at msclassiccars.com for a complete description of each watch, along with a ton of photos that we took of each one. This video obviously will be the same video for all three watches, but this is a great opportunity. Once they're gone, they're gone. So please make sure to check them out. If you have any questions, you can call me. You can email me. Again, I'll answer as much as I can. You're even willing to call, Providence Diamond, talk to the owner, Dan. He would be more than happy to tell you his personal opinion of these watches and so forth as well. So I appreciate you watching this. If you have not signed up for our VIP email blast, please do so. It's the best way to follow MS Classic Cars. We would also ask that you follow us on all the social media networks. Again, we appreciate you watching. And as always, the Hulk says it, I say it, rock and roll.